Hello.
Good afternoon.
I'm Brittany Arndt.
Derek Eddy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Alrighty, Brittany, so can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Oh, I'm from Gardner, Kansas, and I went to Fort Scott Community College for my associates, and I'm going to Pitt State to get my bachelor's.
Okay. Do you have a rough time frame when you would be graduating Pittsburgh State, maybe 2.5 years from now?
I would say probably 2 years, or
Awesome.
even shorter, I would say.
Okay. How do you feel that you are qualified for this position?
I have like a lot of experience just because I've worked at daycares, but also I have like 6 siblings.
Okay.
So I've just really always been around kids.
So, okay. Do you think you work better as an individual or on a team?
I would say that I work better individually just because I focus better, but I can definitely work as a team as well.
Okay.
So kind of exactly what a teacher needs.
Yeah, definitely. What do you foresee being your greatest obstacle in this position?
I feel like behavior around this era at this moment is pretty bad. So I think that would be a big challenge for me, just because I know that how bad they can be.
Definitely.
Or disruptive per se.
Do you think it'll be difficult you stepping in from being in the daycare to school, or do you think that would transition just fine?
I mean, I've already observed classrooms, so I would say that I would probably be okay.
Awesome. What area of the position do you feel you would excel greatly in?
I personally believe that one-on-one time is very important, so paying attention to behaviors, like I was saying, I just feel like that's a huge thing. If they're more worried about home life, then they're not going to be learning.
Okay. Please describe an example of a time that you had to be a leader in the workplace.
I would say I'm always a leader at the workplace just because I'm a leader, like, for the classroom per se, because there's like a second teacher and then there's the lead teacher, and I'm the lead teacher, so I kind of already do that naturally, I would say.
Okay. How do you overcome conflict in the workplace?
So I also have a lot of conflict that comes up in my work area just because the daycare is all girls. So there's lots of gossiping, and really I just kind of avoid the situation, and I'm kind of in my own world when these things are occurring because I don't need to be involved.
Where do you see yourself in the gossip? Do you see yourself right in the middle of it, or do you try to stay on the outer edge? Do you pass the gossip along?
I would say I stay in my own zone.
Okay.
I listen, but I don't tell.
If you were to obtain this position, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I honestly think that I'll end up becoming a counselor for a school.
Oh.
And I don't think that I'll long term be a teacher. In 10 years, I hope that I would be a counselor.
Okay. Those are great goals. Are you willing to travel or be flexible with your schedule?
I mean, I definitely don't want to pass the Missouri line, but I'll stay in Kansas.
You'll stay in Kansas?
Yeah, in the general area.
So you'll stay in the general area, just not stay out in Kansas. Would you go to Garden City per se, or maybe 2 or 3 hours west of here?
Yes, I just don't want to go in a different state or across Kansas all the way to the other side.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me about this job?
I actually do.
Okay.
What do you think will be my biggest challenge in this position?
Brittany, I mean, we just met. I really can't tell you what your biggest challenge would be. Most of the teachers that I recruit and that I pick are already ready for the job, so they transition really well. So I can't really say what your biggest challenge would be. We have a huge success rate here at Crash Prep Academy, so I couldn't really tell you what your challenge would be, but I'm sure you'd do just fine.
Alright, perfect. And then I have a few more questions. What are student behavior and discipline expectations here?
Well, here at Christ Prep Academy, our kids are fairly well behaved. There are students that need some extra attention, and we don't like to abuse our powers as being adults and trying to degrade these kids. But at the same time, here at Christ Prep Academy, we do have huge expectations for our kids and for the people that represent us as well. So maybe we can talk about this question at another time.
Okay. And then, since you're the principal, what's your leadership style?
My leadership style, I don't like to be so much say a cop. I don't like to be out there and just being the bad cop. I like to kind of sit back a little bit better and in the way that I run things. I'm not so much of a bad guy, but people see what I do and I usually do great, and people usually just like follow my steps.
All right, perfect. And how will my success be evaluated?
Your success will be evaluated not just by test scores, because test scores can't always judge how much the kids are learning or whatnot, because sometimes kids they can't always take a test just because the test kind of mess with them a little bit, but they can know the situation. So you'll be evaluated multiple times throughout the school year in this kind of position. We can't use tests accountable for your success in the classroom. I mean, it will reflect a little bit, but more so evaluations.
Okay.
and peer evaluations as well.
Okay. And then one last question.
Okay.
Is there a new teacher mentor program?
Yes, there is. One of the best around, I would say.
Okay.
So we can set you up with another interview,
Okay.
and then we can go from there.
Well, perfect. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.